Hey folks, Kyle Keogh here, and I'm just getting back into training. I did a meet last weekend, and what I have here for you today is footage from the last few days of training. Came back 48 hours after my meet. I ended up doing my first deadlift session of this new mesocycle. Very light. I only stuck with 3 sets of 8, actually just 275. Did them from a 2-inch deficit. I'm going to be running deficits for this mesocycle, and so I'll be doing 2 more sessions with a deficit. Plus, I'll also be doing pause deadlifts for my second session each week, and that pause deadlift training will continue through this mesocycle and the following mesocycle. So I'll be doing pause deadlifts for 6 weeks. And this was really just treated as active recovery. I used approximately 50% of a projected 1-rep max off of this particular deficit, and to be honest, based on a present-day max, it was probably considerably more than that in terms of a percentage. That's not to say that any of these reps were difficult, but I felt pretty good going into it, and then I touched weight, and immediately my back and really most of my body started really to lock up, and could tell still that I was very much under recovered from the meet. So just did a little bit of work for active recovery, and then I went back in for the following 2 days and ended up working on some pressing and also on some squatting. And so these were 2 sets done from a combined total of 4 sets on a floor press. Did 185 for 4 sets of 10. Just did really light floor pressing, somewhere around 60 to 65% of a 1-rep max. Again, for active recovery. Again, just really as a diagnostic to see how my pec handled the limited range of motion pressing with a narrower grip. And my pec was fine. There was absolutely no pain. So I'm going to continue doing these at least for a little bit. I'm going to go in today and do another floor press session, but I'm going to increase the weight slightly. And I will, at that point, make a decision as to what sort of movements I'll be performing next week. I'll either adjust to a new movement variation that'll get me back on the bench, maybe some sort of limited range of motion benching, or I will stay with the floor press and maybe start to slowly move my grip out, testing a wider grip as I go. But I'm going to take it slowly, certainly with my pec. I want to make sure that it's completely healed before I get back into a sport-specific training. I am running a long block for all 3 of my lifts, but particularly for the bench press and the squat, I'm going to be doing a long base phase in which I'm accumulating a lot of low exertion reps. For my squat, I ended up going in doing double pause squats. Plan was to actually work up a little bit higher. I worked with 145 for 6 sets of 10, and honestly, that was really all I needed. Developed a lot of soreness after this session. The reps themselves weren't difficult, but was definitely pretty gassed by the end of it, just because my aerobic capacity is at this point, coming off of the meet and not really doing any high volume training for the last few weeks, is very limited. So kept it at 145. That was really all I needed to use to get in a good, strong active recovery session. Felt like the bar speed was good. It's just my conditioning is very low, and that's something that I will make a focus on developing over the next few months, particularly for my squat. So really looking forward to that. It's been a successful week so far. Keep checking in. I will have more videos for you very soon.